Good morning. Bobby Dupre with the Bobby Dupre Show, presented to you each Thursday morning at 7 a.m. And of course, it replays on the local channels, local antennas, and on the cable and on the internet, I might add.
Everything.
On Friday at 7 a.m. and Saturday and Sunday at 2 p.m. And of course, on the internet, that's live all the time. And actually, we have the radio program that plays one time, and that's at the 7 a.m. on Thursday morning.
Correct.
And that's KSLO, 12:30 a.m. on your dial. I'm into my 36th year, I might add, of radio time. And they also have a sister company out of Simsport, Louisiana, 105.3. And of course, I have my sidekick here, Mr. Andrew Guitros.
Well, good morning.
And good morning to you. Anything else on the opening that pretty much covers?
I think you covered it all. KDCG.com for the internet and radio and TV. You covered it all.
And the photo gallery. If you want to see some pictures of yourself or you tell a friend, you know, I saw you on television and, oh, I missed it. Well, they don't have to miss it.
You got your
Nearly
picture
everybody has a computer today.
You can download those photos, email them to your friends, whatever you want to do, and print them, put them on your wall if you want.
That's right. And put some of you and I on there if they want.
Well, sure. Why wouldn't they want a picture of us?
Why wouldn't they want a picture of us? But on the serious side, we try to bring you nothing but good news. I started this in 36 years ago, bringing good news to the community. And of course, over a period of time, our viewing audience, our listening audience has increased considerably. And in the near future, we're going to actually be reaching with radio through several other possibility of stations.
Television. We may go to another number with a larger, we're working on some projects with that.
That's correct. So lots of things happening right here in Opelousas, and I like to say Acadiana, because we're reaching Acadiana now, 9 South Louisiana parishes where the big portion of the population of the state of Louisiana is concentrated more here than anywhere else.
If you're Cajun, you see us.
That's
what
correct.
It boils down to.
That's what it boils down to. And y'all all say that they don't want us to change the format, or please don't change that Cajun accent.
Come on.
And what a lot of them get a charge out of is when their friend or relatives that maybe from out of state come down and they hear us talking.
Right.
Now, I find it's them that talk bad. Right. It's not us that talk bad.
I don't normally talk like this. I have to practice this accent for the show. That's part of my training, my actor's training.
That's right. But anyhow, we try to have a good time, and we want you to enjoy the program. And at any time you want to add to the program, you have something you'd like to pass on to us, that you want us to pass on some good news of something that occurred in your area. I noticed that Denise, what was that fishing tournament Denise Bro Memorial Fishing Tournament that took place. They just sent, the husband just sent a nice thank you, what you call that, an email to all of us that participated. We played a good part last year in getting the word out. They had a big attendance, and they're expecting it to be bigger this year. And actually, they showed us, well, everybody that they had, I guess, an email address on, where they gave the money to. They've already placed some of the money out that was raised. So good people, good intentions, and that's what we try to bring to the board here.
And if you're in a charity work, you want to be transparent. You want to show where the money comes in, how much came in, and where is it going.
And just like us with our cerebral palsy. Every dollar you give goes to the clinic. Right. Nothing is cut.
Right. It's all about the therapy for the kids. So if y'all still want to help us out, you can send a check to Breakfast with Santa.
We still need a little bit of money, to be honest with you.
Opelousas, Louisiana, 70571. Look, Mark put that graphic up. Boy, he's on the ball today. We will take more donations. We're at about 40, with your donation, I guess we're at about 42, 43,000. So we're in pretty good shape.
Pretty good shape.
But we want some help.
That's correct. Okay, we have sponsors. Let's start off with about 3 sponsors.
All right, let's start with, how about Benny's Supermarket? If you want to go by your local grocery store, Mr. Benny's over here in Opelousas, they can help you out. Mr. Benny's got all the good meats, all pre-seasoned and stuffed and ready to rock and roll. They've got the produce section that wins the best of the best every single year. They've got the imported beer section in the back that Blake helps stock. Must be 85 to 90 different varieties of beer. Everything imported from Germany, from Japan, all the way from Arnaville, Louisiana on Highway 31. You can get it all. And they've got a great wine selection as well. They got 7 days a week to deli, and they'll do catering as well. They're at Benny's Supermarket. Don't forget Miss Mary's Gift Shop and Little Benny's nutritional supplements with your workouts. And we've got Carl's Thrifty Way if you go on and get your medicine. Carl's Thrifty Way can help you with prescriptions. They can help you with over-the-counter type medication as well. They've got gift wrapping. They've got monogramming. They've got home decorating ideas as well. You got that or what? When you're down there on the counter, but don't lose it.
Nope.
Carl's can help you with all your different gifts. If you go by, just take a look around, and they also take some time with you. If you didn't have time to ask some of those tough questions of your doctor, you can ask some of those questions of your pharmacist. You know, I'm not sure, can I eat something with this? I find this is upsetting my stomach. Am I not doing something correctly? You can talk to the professionals at Carl's. And one more, we're going to go with Dixie Storage. All your storage needs, personal and commercial, throughout St. Landry Parish, at locations in Washington, Port Barre, and in Opelousas. They've got loading docks where you can back up the trucks. They've got forklifts that can lift everything from the littlest thing out the back, a little pallet of supplies, all the way up to half a railroad car, I guess is what those big ones take off that thing in Port Barre, off that railroad spur. They've got the scales in Port Barre as well, or they can certify your load to make sure you can go on to your next job. They're a sister company to A+ Glass with locations in Lafayette, here in Opelousas as well.
Let's talk a little bit about the ball game that took place this past Sunday. The Super Bowl 46, I might add. And it had the largest television viewing audience of all time. And 2 good teams played a real good, clean game. We enjoyed it primarily because I guess everybody in the room, our room, we were about 10, 12 of us watching the game at our annual party that we hold every year since 1988. We've been going to the Super Bowl, we call it weekend, and used to be in Las Vegas, and then when they moved the little Las Vegas to Biloxi, Mississippi, the Beau Rivage, we started going there. Actually, we started going to the Imperial Palace for a couple of years, and then we moseyed on down. We found out we could afford
closer to the coast.
Yeah, and that pricing got more competitive and all. We were bringing a huge crowd there for years, and then since the storm, we've cut it back down. And we had a great time, and everybody in the room was pulling for the Giants, so that kind of helped. And
Eli was raised in New Orleans. He went to school right there, an SEC school with Ole Miss. So clean local guy.
Ramp and I went to see him play. I had not seen him play in college, and the last year that LSU played him was in Mississippi. And Ramp and I made a good long trip of it. We went to the Tunica Indian casinos and then went into Memphis and saw my tax-free bond salesman, Mr. Craig Witt. Good morning, Craig. And we also went to see the game, and if I recall correctly, he beat LSU that year. His
last year, no,
he didn't.
Stumbled on the last play, and LSU won it.
Oh, okay.
To win the conference championship.
I knew it was close. It was a close game.
Oh yeah, it was close.
But he has really matured, and he doesn't have to stand in the back of his big, taller brother,
that's right.
Peyton, anymore. He has now 2 rings to prove that he's pretty good, and Peyton's only got 1 ring. So I imagine that in the back of Peyton's mind, yes, he's got some big dollars out there if he can get Indianapolis to re-sign him. But and
he'll probably get a big contract if he goes somewhere else.
Go somewhere else.
Oh, yeah.
And I question it with the neck injury that he has, but he must know, you know.
They say the neck is fine. It's whether or not the arm is strong enough. That's the question now. Is that the neck is healed fine? It takes a while for the strength to come back. So that's the question: is will the strength all come back?
And that little brother winning that game, he gained some strength immediately because, you know, a little competition. Nothing wrong with good, clean competition. And I might add that the Patriots, it was a good game. Tom Brady,
he's good.
I think he's a class act himself. And Eli and Peyton and Archie the daddy. And the son, the other brother, Carson might be his name. Well,
no, it's...
doesn't it start with a C? Anyhow.
It's going to come to me.
But that's good.
Cooper.
Let's see. There you go.
He was a great wide receiver, and then found out he had a congenital neck problem that ended up making him retire as a freshman.
Well, you know, maybe that's got something to do with Peyton. Well, and yeah,
could be Peyton too. Yeah,
yeah. You know, now that you're saying that. Yeah. Anyhow, what else you'd like to add?
Well, just at LSU, it's 11 years now that LSU has a winner in the Super Bowl. And this year, I guess it's Corey Webster, that's the defensive back. Michael Clayton, that was one of the backup wide receivers. And Ryan Perilou, who was coached by Coach Dotrieve.
Right here at
down in South Louisiana.
He was in South Louisiana at the time.
He got a national championship ring as an LSU football player. And he's on the practice squad with the Giants, so he got a Super Bowl ring too.
Really?
You know, I'm just saying. You know, people say, well, you know, Ryan Perilou, we never got everything out of him, but he did okay. He's got 2 championship rings.
Still around.
Making some checks.
Well, I guess, I don't guess y'all will ever get tired of me saying what church I went to, because I ask everybody to consider the closing of the, I've done this, I guess, since maybe one of my very first programs 36 years ago. Please consider attending the church of your choice. And I was born a Catholic and still a Catholic. And we have a beautiful church. It's actually the cathedral of the Nativity of the Blessed Virgin Mary. Right. And that's about 2 blocks from
the coast, right there.
From our hotel.
Right.
And this particular Mass we attended, we generally go on the Saturday afternoon. This year, I was under the weather. I got there and stayed in the room.
Kind of had a cold or some little virus.
A little virus hit me. And didn't move around at all Friday night or Saturday at all till I went to Mass at 11 o'clock on Sunday. But anyhow, the Mass was said by the bishop of Biloxi.
Well, the cathedral is the bishop's church.
That's right. And after Mass, I went, like I do wherever I am, I thank the priest for allowing, particularly when I'm out of town, allowing me to be have a Mass for us to attend. I'll get it out. And I told him, like I always do, I'm from Opelousas. Oh, well, you must know Michael.
Bishop Michael
he didn't say, he just knows him on a first name basis. And he did add a little something to it, Bishop Jarrell. He added that you and the Louisiana bishops and bishops from the United States had just returned from a visit to Rome, and that the Mississippi and Alabama bishops had a personal meeting with the Pope. So anyhow, kind of a little deal, and I said, well, I'm sure the bishop's done that already, so we're just giving y'all a chance, Bishop.
KSLO will see you on the other side of 3.
So anyhow, that's how small the world is. Thank you all very much.
I saw Bishop Jarrell put a photo of him and the Pope together, just the 2 of them, on his website this week.
Well, so that was an old one, though.
No, that's one from this trip.
That had to be an old one, according to that bishop. I'm making a joke. I'm making a joke.
This trip. So.
I saw Cinema on the Bayou is back. And I'll tell you, there's a lot of filming taking place in Louisiana.
Yes, sir.
And that's starting up in Shreveport. They have a big industry up there, all the way into Cajun country here. Lafayette is really big time in it. In fact, for approximately 10 months, Blackham Coliseum has been maybe leased to the city of Lafayette, and they're going to use it to entice movie filmmakers to come and use that facility.
I guess related to Mardi Gras and everything else. I guess just a central place to put everything in there with the lights. I mean, it's nice facility.
Nice big facility, and you don't find that
like
many
a
of them.
sound stage. That's what those big buildings are called in Hollywood, a sound